Totodile, I choose you! Let's draw your OC featuring one of my fans' original characters. Before I move forward with the art, let's deal with your questions first. What is Let's Draw? Let's Draw is my new series in YouTube that features me drawing not only my fans' original characters but fellow artists and my own. Fans are welcome to submit their OCs, drawn or written, to my Instagram, DeviantArt, or through my email. Show proof that you are indeed one of my fans. When do you upload Let's Draw? I could only upload Let's Draw once a month, so make sure you submit multiple entries for more chance of your OCs getting featured. Why is my OC not chosen? There's a limit of what I can do. So, if your work was not featured or chosen, it's not because I won't do it, but because I can't do it. There's a difference, okay? Of course, I like challenges, but we'd like to keep the submissions family-friendly, okay? What do you mean family-friendly? Meaning, something safe to be seen by everyone in the internet because it's going to be featured in my YouTube video. I suggest if you have other OCs, submit them and see who gets in. When can I submit? You can submit anytime as long as the series is still ongoing. Now, if you still have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment them down below. I'll be sure to respond to them on my next video or through the community post. Just like the previous episode, I've used a spinning wheel to choose which fan will be the next to be featured. And the winner for this episode is Dashley Rosa. Here is her submission. Congratulations, Dashley. We've met in Instagram and she became my client and one of my supporters online. She also did my draw this in your style for my character before in my old account. And I appreciate her for it because no one paid attention to my draw this in my style and she submitted hers. Again, thank you for submitting your Pokemon OC trainer, Lizzie. Back to the wheel of names. If you've noticed earlier, I've added 2 more names in the list. One is my name, which means I'll be drawing my OC and you'll get to hear their backstories. And the other is a challenge, which means whatever challenge or contest I enter, you'll get to see me feature my behind the scenes as I create my entry. My previous content, which is Midori Joins, mostly features draw this in your style and the feedback wasn't that great. Or maybe because I don't talk too much while I do the challenges, so it gets boring. I've recently just drawn my Pokemon tribute to Rachel Lillis, the American voice actress of Misty, Jessie, and Jigglypuff. So I'm not sure if it's a coincidence that the wheel landed on her Pokemon OC trainer Lizzie for me to draw. If you want to know more about Lizzie, her Pokemon and her friends, then go and check her comics and give her your support. I wouldn't have a problem finding a post for Lizzie since I'm a fan of Pokemon and I love drawing them and their trainers. So when I was drawing the trainer pose for Lizzie and looked at her age and then looked at Ash and the gang's actual ages during the series, I realized that I had to change the way I imagined Lizzie to look like. Because when I drew her before as a reward for Dashley joining my contest, I made her look like Max's size, in which Max's age is I think around 7. So my bad Dashley for overlooking that part. And speaking of ages, why do you think Ash and the gang never aged in the series? I mean, even Digimon's trainers grew up and Ash, Misty, Brock, and the rest of the gang never did. Like, how do they even do the math with all Ash's journey and remove the logic of him growing up or not even having his birthday? Correct me if I'm wrong, but throughout of the series I've watched, I don't think I remembered any of them celebrating their birthdays. So then, what are your theories? I have read somewhere that Ash stayed that way because the target audience of Pokemon is around Ash's original age, which is 10 years old. So they made him stay that way because they think kids wouldn't like him if he grew up. He kind of reminds me of Peter Pan of having never to grow up. But do you think their strategy worked? I mean, Pokemon is still well known in the gaming world nowadays, so I don't think the fans would care if Ash grew up and have his own family or stayed as a kid. Because seriously, if he did grow up, then other than being a Pokemon champion or master, what would be his next dream? Would he still go on adventures and meet lots of people and learn more about Pokemon? Would he start catching feelings so the fans won't be fighting one another who's the best girl among the ones he hung out with? Well, we could only guess and make theories. Oh well, I'm Team Misty by the way, if that wasn't obvious with me featuring Misty in my Red Draw With Me. Enough about the age theories, and let's get back to Lizzie. I wanted so much to change Lizzie's outfit and make it look like the stereotype trainer clothes we usually see in the games or the series. Cap or hat, layered clothes, rubber shoes. But you already know that, right? But then again, when I looked into the other female trainers like Dawn or Serena who wore skirts, I thought, hey, I can make this work. I wasn't able to record myself adjusting the background because I'm having trouble using the 3D models from Clip Studio Paint. I was planning on letting her battle in a gym, but I thought of a park instead, and Lizzie encountered a bug trainer and challenged her to a duel, in which Lizzie gladly accepts. So I made a little upgrade with Lizzie's look. I just added a belt in her dress for Lizzie to have some form and made the lower part of the dress pleated, plus adding some lines. I wanted to let her wear stockings like Roxanne's look, but because her shoes were already dark purple, I just stayed into long socks instead. And since Lizzie is sociable, I think after her battle, she'll make friends with her rivals as well. I'm actually envious with this kind of people because they attract people around them. I have zero social skills, so maybe that's why I'm alone. I know I have to put some effort as well, but most of my efforts are either futile or backfired. I can remember my old self who was a total people pleaser, that I gave people around me snacks so they would find me friendly or nice. My naive self thinks that everyone is like a child, that if I give them something, they'll become my friend. Because of my past, I believe that's why I have trust issues and that's why I have social anxiety as well. The only interaction that I don't have a problem to are my pets because they're so easy to interact with. They don't judge, they listen to you, and they love you unconditionally. As much as I wanted to blame myself for not even trying, I heard, saw, and experienced the worst in humans. It's kind of tiring to even try to be nice to everyone or get along with everyone, especially if you know what they think of you. But being an artist allowed me to show the world my creative and vocal side. The side that expresses my feelings, may it be positive or negative. And having a favorite color symbolizes or reveal who you are. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Lizzie's favorite color reveals that she is possibly creative, emotional, imaginative, inspiring, royalty, and rare kind of individual. Her orange braided hair complements her large green bespectacled eyes. It makes me wonder if she'd also like her Pokemon to be purple? And here's the final piece of Lizzie, an original character created by Dashley based from the Pokemon anime series. Do you have an OC that you want me to draw? Details are in the description below. Thank you for your support and see you in my next video.